I spent 21 years being a recording secretary.
Really?
And then I gave it up because I'm getting too old for this stuff. Because I like to do my stuff, and I don't have to go out there and repeat it twice,
Mm-hmm.
When you run the meeting, and somebody gets out of one, they say, escort him out. I don't need interruptions here. If the president is doing something, everybody's doing something, and you are being an idiot. And my favorite word is, you are an underachiever. You are a work-challenged individual. I don't want to call you a lame, I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That's permissible. Okay, you conducted on... What? At William, the W's?
Yeah, the W's is fine.
And what is the last?
Okay, today is June 12th, 2013, and we are at the Whippensinger School. We're doing a history of Local Lodge 1932, and I am Amy Mel, and I am joined by...
Regulo Martinez.
And we're going to have a few questions and answers. So, welcome and thank you for coming.
So am I.
So tell me, where were you born?
Pardon?
Where were you born?
Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico.
In Mexico. Nice. How long did you live in Mexico?
All until 63.
1963? And what day were you born?
March 30th, 43.
March 30th, 1943. What did your dad do for work?
I was a pantry worker for United Tea, so I had a little tight frame with the family. I got 5 people, and whenever I used to run elections, I don't worry about it. I got 5 people ready to jump in. Just, you want to go?
Is that the rest of your family then?
Yes, Dad had 10 kids. Mom, not that. That was the maker. Lucky guy.
So there are 10 children in your family, and where
we lost one. Dad came up to the States in the 50s. When my grandparents on my mother's side, they had about 5 boys and 2 or 3 girls. Their family, But you want to see something funny, he would send, there was a ranch and cattle and goats and all of that stuff, And we always went out there on long weekends, or every weekend, just go and get a little goat, make sure it hasn't begun to eat grass, because then the meat smells is bad,
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, other than that, it was I'm gone.
About his brothers and sisters? Or yours?
Oh, yeah. The last one was born in Chicago in 1967. And in that day, there was my older brother's wedding.
Same day?
Same day. And she was delivering, at the time that Mom was giving birth.
Was your mom at the hospital or at the wedding?
No, she was at the hospital. Then they went over to the hospital and looked her after the ceremony. And then we okay, guys, so you're clear. Let's go and hit the bar.
Celebrate all around.
Yeah.
Boy, that's great. That's a good story. So where did you end up? Were you at the beginning?
Number second.
Okay.
See, the thing, since Dad came up to the States early, so build up his, I guess, his qualifications to get a citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just farting around, and then we finally make him say, "Never mind, I'll go and get it, and you're gonna go." But we were at one time the nucleus of the family, very, very strong ties. Somehow we become, I don't know, they may be fighting later on for ownership of the house, where they live there. And I told her, say, listen, every one of us has a home. You don't need another home and another. I paid $5,000 a year for taxes, So you think I want to put another $5,000? No. No. But we had a really nice relationship, and over in Chicago, he had to do something, and he had to go to the Human Services. So they interviewed him, and he said, "How many kids do you have?" There's 10 of us. No kidding, 10 kids? So I'm assuming that you are receiving funds or something to help you out. I said, "No, these are my kids. I'll feed him."
That's good. Back in that day, that was important. So then he moved up here in 1950. When did all the rest of the family come up to stay with him?
Until my older brother, he came up in 1960. Mom and the other kids in 62. And I didn't come back until April, the third, 63. 62, 63. That was, I stayed there because I had to do my military service.
Okay. So you were in the military in Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, actually, it was in academy, so I really loved this. This is good.
Yeah.
Then we go out on maneuvers, and we the whole it's a spin-off of the French Kepi. That when we used to go in maneuvers, that everybody's doing that, and then they ask questions that people that don't know is why that is it? Well, when you're in the heat of the battle, it's going to cover your neck and your back.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So I finished off, and I stayed there the remainder almost to the end of the year, and then I came out and we were a family again, But my brother, the older brother, he was more into sports than I was. So consequently, anytime they had their own, they have football, soccer teams from all over, in Chicago. We played the Polacks, the Germans, everybody, Italians. And it was fun, nice, clean fun. The times were different.
Yes.
The music was great.
Yes.
And we were lucky that I did. We drove twice the all 66 before they closed.
Oh, really? Yeah, Route 66?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in consequence, I had to assume, help mom. Mom was the head of the family, and I was her right hand man.
Yes.
And I got into the habit, since that wasn't there. Most of my friends are older, if not a little bit younger, but not much, but more so because of my dad not being here, and you feel that what was going to happen? We come here and you're not here and all of that stuff, Well, we had to play by the rules.
Was he not there because he was working or traveling with the...
My brother? No. He worked. He was working too, But like I said, he was spending more time at the football field than at home.
Oh, okay, your brother. And how about your father? Was he still there?
Yeah, no. Everybody came back. We drove him out here in 1962. We made 2 trips. When we brought him over, and then when we came over a year or so later, right there and a half.
Okay.
But that was the best thing that Dad ever did. That I said, hey, make sure that we have a home and groceries and all of that. So, so we don't need nothing fancy and cars or any of that right now. But eventually we have to go and get a car. But meantime, we have excellent transportation that you don't have to in Chicago. I mean, walk. You get on one line, you get off, and then a diagonal, and go to. We used to work for Helene Curry's Cosmetics. We started there, and part-time job. That eventually every year their turnout was too much, so they're constantly hiring. They hire the school, high school kids, for a temporary basis. Okay, you guys make your money because you are going to be running out of you may be running out of money, and I'm not going to lend you anything. You had to give me a financial statement, see if I can give you that. And by the way, you may notice, I'm the joker of the family.
I guess so. So you worked in a cosmetic company.
Yes.
Was that union or not?
No, that was they did try. Somebody tried to unionize us, but we had the. I don't know what happened. They were passing the literature, and the freaking guard took it away. He said, "If you don't English, if you don't speak English, you don't need this here." I said, "Well, but I could go and get somebody to read it for me."
Yes.
I left it alone. They were not successful. So anyhow, we were working for $1.50 an hour.
Yeah.
Then in '67, I went and applied at United, and they hired me on the spot.
Really?
I started up to work and I screwed up there. I didn't understand, and that was church. They said, well, you got room service and food service, and I didn't pay attention. So they said, well, we could go and get these things done, drugs and all of that stuff, and come back in a week, and we'll be ready to. And eventually, the same year, I acquired full-time ramp service, So I didn't wait too much, April 3rd is my company seniority, 67, and I got April, and I got some, what else? There was another date. I guess it would be the date from the first part, and then the second part was when I moved up to. I kept the same thing, So I guess the seniority remained the same, 4367, and that was it.
And did you start right up with the union, with the United West Union?
No, I didn't even know that there was existence in that area of the airport. So the 3-month period, and I went there and passed it and all that. So I gave me a blue card. He said, you're in on the ramp. You just start moving from the kitchen to a truck driver. And he said, okay, I never left home. Here, drive a food truck and go to the airport and come back home in the next flight and all that stuff. But it was interesting, and a little bit of what is the phrase? Something like shock. That's that you don't expect.
You were shocked?
No, that's the only thing I can think of. The only word. It exists, but I can't remember where. It's still there. It's still there. But other than that, that was like I said before. That was the best thing that happened to us. We had more stuff. $30, it would buy you 2 or 3 bags of groceries.
Yes.
But it was a culture shock.
Culture shock. To work at the airport was culture shock?
That the whole thing, it's just, wow. It's just and it was a culture shock in a nice way, not that.
So it was nicer than living in Mexico, or
Pardon?
Was it nicer than living in Mexico? Culture shock, or United? You liked that job better than?
I hired. That was when I hired for the kitchen.
Okay. So going from the kitchen to the ramp?
To the ramp. And then I went food driver.
Okay.
Food driver, and well, it was a great job, and then I was making $1.90 or $2. He said, "Wow, I'm rich."
You're making the money.
$30 a week on the other place.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So you mentioned others that were also working for United in your family. So who?
Right now, there's only my sister is left. No, excuse me. She's retired too. We all retired almost at the same time, a year or two apart,
Mm-hmm.
But one of the other sisters, she married this guy, and we got him a job at United.
Mm-hmm.
And then his son, my nephew, said we did the same to him, and he said, "Come on down,
Yeah.
And my sister's husband, he was too cocky once in a while, I said, okay. So he could have been he would gain a lot more seniority
Mm-hmm.
than when he waited 4 or 5 years, 6 years to do that. I mean, every minute counts.
Yes.
You can't pass that around.
No. And was all that work right then? Was that all in Chicago?
Yeah,
How long did you live in Chicago?
a year or so. The family was already there by the time I got back from the service.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed another half a year with traveling up and down the coast with some of my cousins that lived on that part of the world. So until Dad calls me up, okay, go and pick up your stuff. You already got the one waiting for you to go across. And I crossed the border in Laredo, Texas. That was a trip. That was a trip.
Really?
Yeah, I went on train. This couple was supposed to help me to get to Chicago, and at the last day they backed out, and they said, "Oh, that's fine," So I called my uncle Lucille were waiting for the bus to go, the train, in San Antonio. So I came back and did all that, and then boom, get on the plane, and I got there. I met another couple. He said, "Do you want me to get you some food?" I said, "Yes, please. I'm hungry." So they were good people, And they said, "Yeah, that's good." So we get on, switch trains in St. Louis, and then Chicago. There was the fun one. And they asked me, "How come that far? And you didn't speak English?" You got to take your chances to go to where you want to go,
Yeah.
And we get to the station, Union Station, and there's nobody picking me up.
Oh no! Did they forget?
I guess it was a punishment for taking me so long to go.
Oh no!
But it was fun. It was beautiful. Heck, Dad didn't drive until they came out to California. I was the driver for.
Did you learn to drive right away when you got to Chicago, or did you?
I already knew in Monterey, and the uncle that helped him, he was the sponsor. So once a year we all got together and go to the beach, on the other side of the country, and let me drive the car around, I said, "Well, don't go too far, right here in the parking lot, because I don't want to go and dig out the car from the car." You'll make it with a teaspoon,
Oh goodness.
Good days. I just.
It was a different world then.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different world.
Oh yeah, and then I saw the cambio, the cultural change after Vietnam.
Yes.
We didn't treat those guys the way they should have been, right? So this guy is out there on the line, and you are speeding him on. I would shoot you myself, even if I had to go to jail. You have no respect for the. This is your country, not his.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't take care of it. That's wrong,
Yeah.
But it was overall it was nice. We live in a nice Italian prison. I mean, there, Little Italy in Chicago. We live the famous Taylor Street and Oakley Street.
Yes.
That was the heart of the Italians. And they had this. Have you ever heard the voice Bocce? It's a little Italian a wooden ball.
Mm-hmm. Bocce ball?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The little old, it's about 4 or 5 old Italians, and that was their thing, go bocce.
Go play bocce ball?
Yeah.
That's so did you learn how to play?
No.
Oh,
Yeah. For whatever, I never got into sports, like my brother do,
Mm-hmm.
So I said I was more. I'm a like I said I'm spontaneous. If something is happening, I stop to see or try to do to go my 2 cents in there, you know. And that was there, you know. And mainly, like I said, I felt alone for too long because he came up that way. But said 70s were still good, the 80s somewhere in 89 or the 90s, yes, everything went down the shitter. Although we still have some good.
Yeah.
And coming up here, you know, out there in Chicago, there's a flea market in the south side, which is not too far from downtown. You know, everything is so close there, really. What was it? Where are you? Oh, no. A lot of jazz on the streets, you know. There was no buildings, you know. I mean, to restaurants and all of that stuff, you know. But there was a few there. There were small mom and pop places, you know. And after that, you know, I became involved in the union in 1975.
So you had worked from
United, yeah.
And then in 1975, you joined the union?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it was required, you know. 3 months into it, you're okay, you know. But now they raise it up to 6 months, which it gives the company and the employees a little more time to prepare and don't holler crap. It doesn't need to be working, you know. So it may sound cold for that, you know. Basically, somebody has to look up, you know. Somebody has to do something about it, you know. And I was working on the cruise. I took a little break and said I don't want to drive food anymore, you know. So I went back out to the terminal and they got me my little gate area, and this soldiers and with 3 or 4 guys. You know, that was Charlie, you know, K, no, AB, no. They use the terms they use in the Second War, Echo.
Yes.
I was D something, you know, and I got along okay with the guys, you know. And we're talking in the wintertime. The company was very good, you know. When they were humans, they drove up to the ramp and with canisters, with soup, but for all of the gates, you know.
Really?
He said, "This one when you guys were normal." Yeah, the guys were good, you know. We had no complaint, you know. So you produce more to an employee because you don't have to be. You cannot just keep yourself. Take care of yourself, you know. Bull, you got to take care, you know. As human beings, it is our right to try to take care of each other. Don't kick me, don't spit on me, because that isn't right. But I said, but if you ever work for me, guess what? I'll be waiting for you, just son of a bitch. No, I could not use, you know. No. See, we had a lady lawyer that United put in charge with the Title VII, the racial discrimination and sexual advances and all of that stuff, but they went up too far. So you couldn't, while I was on the crew, if I heard cussing words and I don't do anything about it, she'll get my ring. She'll ring my ass out. So I said, well, you tell me what. So, but anyhow, they took us to a hotel main section for us to go and go through these classes. The chapter 7, what was it? 7th. And we flunked the first time. And I'm talking to the lady, you know. I said, you know, I refuse to answer. Do respect the, what do you call it, with the Title, not Title 7, but my First Amendment. And she shut her mouth and says, why, you got your own brother, your lawyer? Oh yeah, this guy's here, yeah. He was my lead. But you know, that's another thing, you know, that when we were talking before, you know, that we socialize quite a bit within our own little group, but 90% of these guys don't care. What's wrong with you? And you don't have a wife or what? And you don't want to go and socialize once in a while. Go pick up, get on a softball team or soccer playing and all that, But they did it after a while, But we took out 2 training sessions for her to release us to the jungle.
And was that because you were kind of a supervisor, so they wanted you to know the
No,
rules?
it was just Tom no longer exists, but Tom was the leader of all the backrooms.
Okay.
And when talking to him, he said, I'm tired of these little assholes, and they don't want to do much, He said they want to know where's his check, how much is in there, and when is the next race. I said, well, you may get pissed off about it, but I'll think about it. I'll think about it and I'll tell you, because I'm not going to let you go out with that, no way. I'm protecting my butt, because you're going to go and turn me in for something I didn't do, So, no way.
So when you joined the union, everyone was required to join the union. Did you hold any offices?
Yeah, I started up with trustee, and then there's two jobs converted into one. That I came. What I said. I got it on the tip of my, and I can see my tongue sticking out. Shit, I'll think about it.
Okay.
But anyhow, yeah, and then another guy, the current recording secretary for at that stage wanted to take a sabbatical. He said, I'm getting tired of these jobs here, and they're asking around, at the executive board, the president and the rest of the executive board, and the press says Eddie Piachi is going to leave us. I need a volunteer to be the recording secretary. You? Yes. Come get on this side.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and we classify the new people from the 90s on. The later comes from the 90s. They gave us the crap that you don't want to put it under the carpet. I don't want to see that. But I told them, see, everything is union. Everything is union. And any job is union. So it takes you a certain amount of the time to do something. That's fine, But we have to stay on top of. We were working 32 pairs of luggage. Just in one bathroom. 4 tiers on each side, not the little space, and all the way up to 32. And we had a few goings with some people that didn't want to do much work. And then getting back to this company seniority, it is company seniority, but these guys are opportunists. 100% opportunities, So they open up a driver driving to drive the inbound flights and work the outbounds. And these guys, it was really a cushioned work in there. Just get up and go and wait for the flights and go back and go and hide. But they blew it themselves. They got screwed. So they took him back down. And a little bit older in seniority than the people that I already had there. So they come in very cocky, too cocky, and they say, I want to go with that guy who works. He said, who told you? Well, I just got here. I was in the TOB connector, and I have seniority. He said, well, let's set one thing straight. So I am a union person. I represent you, and all of that. But I'm not gonna let you screw these guys. You take it in. Because these are the guys that are, while you guys were screwing around up in the terminal, you were probably laughing at these guys. He said, He said, you want to call the union? I go call it. He said, well, but what? You don't have a leg to stand on. He said, my criteria for you to be is I don't care about your company seniority. I don't care if you let the operation go down the drain willfully. I'm gonna hold you, and I hope they take you out for a while. But maybe you're too stupid or what? I mean, what are you doing there? So I made a lot of friends in being the leader of the backroom. He said, "Hey, listen, I am the highest babysitter, and I had to also compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not getting paid for being a psychiatrist." He said, "But anyhow," he says, so you understand the rules, You screw up with these guys, you're gonna come and talk to me, and I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna do the best I can to keep you out of United, because obviously you don't need this job." He said, "Take off," I said, there is the commitment, and they didn't decide with me or nothing, but they respected me. I did have the respect of my peers, so except for that little guy, but it was working fine, and then as vacancies occurred, I started moving the people up, and I'm not after your job, but I have a system that you are going to work for, what I tell you to do, because you are not independent, you are not with mom and dad. So we call them the class of the 90s. I say, "Mom and Dad bought you the car, you didn't have to go to school in a bus."
Yeah, in the 90s. So you were you ever a shop steward?
I started with what is the question again?
Were you ever a shop steward?
Yeah.
And
I was in 75. Okay. I was a shop steward and strike captain. Yeah.
Strike captain.
Yeah, we once we go out on strike, and if it's going to be a long one, we designate a guy to bring in hot coffee, rolls, and all that to keep him out there working the picket lines.
Mm-hmm. Did your company ever go on strike?
Pardon?
Did your company go on strike?
Oh, no, we went on strike.
And when was that?
Because we were, and we had 5 strikes. The first one was in 1963, and everybody in the union got fired. They didn't come back. And then after that, 96, another strike that was 55 or 57 days out.
Okay.
And only because they negotiated for the company and our people. This guy, he was a total idiot. He said, "Go ahead. You won't last a week." And then that week went by, and a month passes by too. The guy called my president and said, "We need to sit down." Mm-hmm. "No, we're not going to sit down, guy. You know what we have now is all the 5 major airlines are supporting us. Everybody's on strike. We shut down Chicago as far as flights." Mm-hmm. And 75 days, 57 days, we're getting to approach, and come back. And he says, "Well, what is your final line and the final effort you're going to give us?" Then the money was good, the prestige, the insurance. They gave us a lot of stuff, from making $2, I went out to make $3.50 plus another $1.10 for being a shop steward.
That's good. You doubled.
Yeah, and then like I said, from then on, any function that we needed to do, I took care of all of that stuff so it frees up the guys in the executive board and the guys that are working on the side there. So I say, whatever you need to do, I'll take care of that. It's like, I got time here. Don't kill yourself. And the trick also, that you treat the people the way they want you to treat you.
Yes.
And it's right, But however, some hard-headed don't believe that, and say, "Hey, listen, it's not my skin, you want to go ahead, do it."
Mm-hmm.
We did quite a bit of damage to luggage. The passenger puts his lug in the band, it goes all around, and it comes on the right tier. So when it gets to that tier, there's it comes down and then goes to the different sections. But there's an arm right here, hydraulic arm, that comes up and grab the bag and puts it on this shoulder belt and going to the destination there. And we were doing too much damage, And then one guy, he didn't give a about it, He says, "Well, why don't you go home?" He says, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you." Well, you'll do me a favor. I don't have to wait. And I piss him off now. So, being that he threatened me with life, they have a group that takes care of that from the company. He says, "Hey, somebody made a threat on your life," and I gave him the name of the guy. He said, "Yeah, what's happened?" Well, it's very simple, And let's go downstairs so I can show you visually what the damage that we're doing to the luggage, man. And they're not buying no freaking bags with courtesy bags, the wood handles, that's a Mexican bag, And I took him downstairs, and there was a lady and a guy, and the lawyers. And then I asked the lead that ran the back room. I said, "Can you come out here? I need a favor. Help me out." See, what's up, Reg? I got this guy. See, damaged one bag, and I told him, "This is you could get it. Don't cover the electronic eye because I was going to send the luggage to the other end, And then all that work is going to be done by somebody else instead of himself." So I explained to them that this here, and I gave you ample opportunities. He said, "Just go on, keep your mouth shut, go to work, and it's not gonna go anywhere than you and I, And he just pissed me off. He said, "Okay, fine, screw it. Okay, I guess I go home. Go home." He said, "I was gonna go and sit in the back room, in the lunch room for 10 minutes and come out of there, and I have an hour lunch and come back and stay on the ledge, But since he was that idiot, he would not recognize, says, "I'm not playing games, I'm responsible for you and the 32 more people, They need you to come home, your family, If something happens to you, what the heck, what's going to happen, So it was just a verbal thing, but they had to report that to the police, So I was still working, and they forced me out in 2003. It's either you take leave, or we're gonna cut back more on your stuff that you're doing here. Try to salvage as much as you can, and that's what I did. And I took it bad. I lost. We had ownership of the company from 94 to 2000, and we gave up the equivalent of over $100 million in concessions that we gave them. We gave them rights to go and only the president of the district is authorized to negotiate there. When it gets to that stage, then we bring in the international and get. Cluing in on what's going on with and all that, and the thing is to say they're doing that. I said, "I'm not ready to go, but if you don't go, I'm going to lose quite a bit of seniority because I retired in June 1st of 2003, and I was still working for the district. I became a trustee for the district now.
Really?
And I'm the guy that said, go get it, go get it.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I went and got some. I didn't do to a part. It was I didn't pay much attention, but I could have done something better than that. And in the end, instead of paying $42 a month for Blue Shield PPO for the wife and I and the kids, I wound up paying. It's so far this year it went up. It's still $151, but it's still up there in the high end of the Blue Shield, So he said, well, I still have to work with the district, and then my term expires in October of '04. You know. So I asked my president, and he said, well, what do you want to be, Randy? You want me to stay to finish the term, or you want me to just go? No, you say I need you in there. He said, okay, I'll see you later. So I finished the last convention here in Anaheim, and that was my giveaway. Bye. I go.
So you were forced to retire pretty much, so you didn't lose benefits.
Yeah, that's and I got a lot. We got it bad. Yeah, these guys. See, but 94, 2000, we gave him 15-20% kickbacks to the company. In 2002, the mechanics were threatening with going out on strike. And that's mainly what why one of the key things in that we got screwed there. Yeah. So the guy, how do you go? The my last convention, and it was a kiss, hugs, and crying. You know. My wife, she came up with that. This is the kiss, hug, and cry. But you know, I made so many good friends, good people, and we just reciprocate. You know, we just reciprocate. You know, every December, we found a winery up in down south and the last winery there, it makes champagne. You know, the flavor, almonds flavor.
Oh yes.
It's good.
Yes.
So I sent them a couple of bottles, and then another buddy up in San Fran, and a guy in Chicago. The crew that we get along with out there, you know, on every location. You know, it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. But you know, getting back, you know, something was missed out of me with my dad not being here. You know, but when he comes, he says, "I'm going to leave, and you are the helper or your mother. You take care of the kids." I said, "Okay." And it was fun. You know, we didn't get deprived of anything. You know, but some people like to cry just for the hell of it.
Yes, I think they should get more. So, did you work United in Los Angeles, or did you?
Yeah,
When
I started in the kitchen. I started in the kitchen in April 4th, 67.
In Los Angeles or Chicago?
No, in Chicago. No, in Chicago.
Okay, so then did you work in Los Angeles at some point?
Not until I got when I put my transfer. So you had to go.
So when did you transfer? What year?
63.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, my tour of duty was a year in fraction, and I went to talk to my commander. He said, "Hey, listen, my family's up in Chicago. I was staying, doing my service. Do you think you can let me go now?" You know, so yes. Well, why not? We had a good thing with that guy. You know, it's an academy, so they teach you. I was the rifle infantry, mountain infantry, the rifle, and also the machine gun operator. We never got to use it in violence. We had to go and take him to the shooting range. Because we don't want to start shooting. That's another thing. Another joke with that. One of my younger brothers, he's the politics, and he was what the heck was he? Shoot, it was so funny that I can't remember that. But how was it? That shoot. It'll come back sometime this decade.
Okay, so you mentioned that there were several strikes, and you've given me two. One in 1963 that everyone was fired, and then one that went on for 57 days. And
then in '79, that was another 60. And in '81,
81?
1981, the pilots went on strike.
Oh, okay.
That was the backbone of the whole thing. That didn't last too long.
No.
No.
Because you can't do any work if the pilots aren't flying.
The Teamsters, they help us out. The truckers anybody that stays in there is not coming out. Either get out now or you're going to stay there for the duration. And some of them didn't think much of it. They stayed there until there was a contract.
Really?
In Mexico, once you shut down one place, it doesn't open until it's finished. That's the way it should be. I mean, heck, you already got wasted time and money and seniority because the company wants to have the upper hand. I said, no.
Let's see.
And I was never called to the service at the heights of Vietnam. I was. I finished my military service, and I came over, and I don't know if it had anything to do with the whether you weren't registered and all that, and the guy said, no, I said, they called us in for indoctrination, and I thought to myself, well, you know what? I think we're gonna be traveling pretty soon, and with my luck, it's gonna be Fort Polk in Louisiana. What? Something we put in. We got a nickname for that too, But they took us around, and here we are with a little brown bag under your Andy son and no shoes, nothing.
Yes. There you go. But you didn't have to go to Vietnam to serve.
No. Although the freaking I was doing the stuff, and what I needed to do, I would do it in a way that the guy shouldn't make anything out of it, so I didn't think it was bad or not. But I said no, for sure. And at that time, I've always thought about coming up and getting to the Air Force. As a kid, I was always playing with plastic models, the airplanes. I said, shit, it may come true now. And that's the best of the rest of the branches, because you fly, or you go to you don't go directly to a war zone, but to try to bring in stuff by flying the planes and over there, and then cargo liners, and going. When they find out that you are already doing work like that, the loading air cargo, they show in the application, they keep saying we're right there.
Something just left me. Did you have any extra opportunities because you were part of the union that you may not have had?
Well, I didn't. In the beginning, I was new at that, but when I volunteered to become the RS, I said, heck, it's something new for me, and I already some of the work what it takes to move 32 tiers of belts, and then up front, and all that stuff, and it was great, no biggie, and I didn't put too much emphasis on that because if I'm gonna join something, it's gonna be the Air Force. That's it. I don't want to go with the Army or the Navy or the Coast Guard. But yes, I had that big dream, that I wanted to be a cargo liner in the Air Force.
That's a good dream.
Oh yeah, you put in 20 years and get a job,
Yeah. You get to work first. You had to think that backwards. Let's see. Did you, since you were from Mexico and you started working very early when things were still maybe challenged racially and by color, by sex, and that sort of thing, did you notice changes or any discriminations when you were working?
No, but you know what? The funny thing is, everybody thinks that is the case in Illinois, or actually I don't know about Ohio. Ohio is non-Democrat. They went all Republican. But Illinois, yeah, no sweat, but I went and registered, and they gave me about a month later. I got my draft card, and I was 1A for 1 or 2 years. Then they finally they sent me my card, and it was what. There was no need for me to go anywhere, everything was falling in place, and I didn't. I said first I got to learn the job before I can go and move somewhere else. But if anything, as far as discrimination, I noticed more discrimination here in California than in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah. And I can see it, in 63 or 65, there was the it was a huge rally with the Latin, that is not Latin, with I'm a Mexican, not a Latino. I don't speak Latin. But I got that, and they classified me one Y, and I don't know what that is, but I had I was 1A, and then 4A, and the final step was the last one, and what was shit. The instead of the 4F guy.
So you didn't encounter any special issues?
No.
Did you notice at the time maybe that there weren't many blacks or ladies as officers or in the Grand Lodge? Did you ever notice that?
Well, I had like I said before, I had opportunity. Do you ever hear of Steve Cook?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was our president, and he was our committee chairman.
Mm-hmm.
And after we had a new board, and some of the people didn't come back, and then Tom, my other mentor, he talks to Steve Cook and say, "I'm going to tell Reggie to volunteer, for that job." He said, "Oh, sure, no problem." Then I went and he says, "Did you check it with your wife?" Well, in this case, I don't think Pence had to do anything with that. No. But I said, "Yeah, I'll take it. You just tell me what they said." Well, waiting to you and Ed do a meeting together. You ask for monies to send to this company that's on strike. You have to send them. The first time is $35 or $50 up to $100. Mm-hmm. And we did move a lot of that through Arizona. The one company, mining company, we were in strike again against the company, but they were doing I don't know what kind of ore some doing. But now let's it alone. This year, then 21 year. Yeah, decided that's it. Let somebody else do I'll teach whatever you need to be. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, we had some really bad people with the ticket agent ladies. Mm-hmm. They'll stab you in the back with a big smile in the front. Mm-hmm. With one more Mexican.
Goodness.
And then after that, then there was Steve did one or two turns on the local lodge, and then they offered him. He was a teacher too, so they offered him to go to come here to be a trainer, And they said, "Shoot, I'm gonna leave. What are you gonna do?" He said, "Well, I may stay a little bit longer until I can find somebody and train him and all that." He or she said, "Oh, that's good. I'll get you that." He said, "No, you shouldn't have any problem with that." Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, if let's see who's going to be the the director of the district office. He said, if I become the director, you're gonna be my amen.
Yeah. So you were pretty progressive then. That were there ladies on the executive board then, or
No, not at that time.
at that time?
But later we had one that she was a fueler, fuel lifter, and actually, not actually, well, aquí queda todo. ¿No? Actually, it was we call her the fuelette. That's
That makes sense.
I'm not insulting her, you know. And I think that was the only lady that was out there with us, you know, because everybody was good, you know. And then we got in the early '60s. I wasn't here then, you know, but the Department of Labor stepped in and closed down the local lodge until there is a search to find out what happened, why is all of this crap coming along, you know. You didn't, and they were doing something. Somebody walked away with money, no questions, but whom, you know, I don't know. But that's it there, you know. It is when, if I get it, you will get it. And that was the weekend before 9/11. We were in New York.
Oh my goodness.
Cutting it short. You know, I also, you know, I use, besides doing the trustee, I was in charge of authorizing the daily briefs. You know, they go out of town, all their expenses and food and all of that. They fill in the request of a payment, and do the job. You know, and it was a piece of cake too. You know. But I did work with that, and then there was one of the guys from Chicago that thought he should be the District 141 owner.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, I'm going to resign." And he said, "Okay, God bless you, but we don't have you in mind. I don't know where you get the idea that you would be the person, you know. There was only two people, and where were you when we agreed that which one we are going to support? You know, just two people. You know, and Steve was one, and who was the other guy? This other Don Johnson. He was the other one. Then when he found out that that wasn't going to happen, he resigned and retired. And so this the president of the district. 142. You know, we split up the AMFA raids they had. They split up the IAM. You know, the mechanics and related are with him, and we picked up the rest, which is better, get smaller. But when we organized the ticket agent, that was 9,000 people there. So that's a lot of people.
9,000 in Chicago?
No, system-wide.
Oh, okay.
System-wide. Yeah.
Okay.
And al final, you know, there were a few more people there that lost it. Yeah. But that's the nature of business. And then all of a sudden, the ticket agents, it's all female group.
Yes.
And I have no problem. We never gave him any hard. He said, "You tell me who do you want me to train. It's all you have to do is give me a phone call." I said, "No, a gentleman don't do that." He said, "Well, I'm not a gentleman, and this is what you need, you know. I mean, do you or don't you?" And she didn't give her really a head. So I said, "Screw you, then that's it, you know." Then they start talking crap. And they involved the international, and then unfortunately they bought this freaking piece of shit that came out of 142, a mechanic, you know, and they brought him over from 140 to 141, you know, and he is a beauty, you know. That's a piece of shit.
And who's that? Who is that you're talking about?
He's the current Grand Lodge rep for us here.
For District 141?
Mm-hmm. Top secret.
Thank you. That is. Currently for United? Okay. Okay. So which district lodge were you in Chicago? I mean, what local lodge were you in Chicago?
1487.
14.
Chicago is my local lodge. 1487.
87.
Yeah.
Okay. And now you're helping out because you relocated to California, so you're helping out with 1932?
Yeah, I'm still involved with 1932. You know.
Okay.
We're still involved. You know, we take care of. See, we have a unique situation. You know, we had people that retired in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Now try to spread that up. You know, you can see that it's shrinking. It's shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
TWA wound up meeting at a Home Depot, not but at the restaurant. You know, Home something.
Really?
And I wound up going that way. You know, and then we wrote the bylaw for that. You know that. As long as there is a TWA employee alive, we will give him the money that would have learned as if everybody was there too. You know, so we got it. It's in the books. And they were curious and worried that we were gonna go and screw them. You know, and now we're not Teamsters.
Mm-hmm.
We're not 142. You know. You got nothing to worry. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a motion that we get you out of the way right away. You know, don't give him a chance to go for these morons to come out there. By then, there were a couple of rocket and commie bad ones. You know, some lady, some guy, and they just disrupt the meetings. You know, we had to score the one woman there, get her out of here. You don't need her here. You know?
During a meeting. Wow. And was that in Chicago?
Yeah, no, there was here. There was here in Chicago. You know, I created some. When I was living there, we had good friendship with the office of the lodge. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but lately they went south, and whoever thought that this guy was gonna be the president forever, you know, has another thing coming. You know, the circle goes around. You know.
It does. It does. Did you do anything out in the neighborhood or anything outside work for the union? Did you go door knocking during?
Oh yeah, I have done that. Matter of fact, you know, I was on a loan from 147 or 1240. What's it not? 1487. I was on loan to a small company. Well, small out there, but it's called Carbon Fibers. And what they manufacture is the cone of the nose and the hydraulic systems for the brakes. But it was all Central Americans, South Americans, and they was just abusing. It's a German company, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody dropped my name. You know, 'cause I used to hang around there all over the place. You know, when we had to go and we haven't received the ballots, you know, like, everybody go through your neighborhoods, and we're not gonna let these suckers get in and go. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed there 6 months. We lost the first time, but then we filed a protest, and they were cheating somewhere along a Cuban law firm. You know, very good people to get rid of contracts and all that shit. No, it's funny, you know, how life is sweet here and sour here, but you still manage to go through it.
Yes. Excellent.
No, and then I started with them guys. You know, I don't know if you remember the shooting out there in the valley. How long have you been out here?
In Nevada.
In Nevada, yeah.
Since '97.
Oh, okay. But you haven't come in through here until now, right? Or,
Right.
Yeah. Oh, then you know, there was like I said, I started doing that, and then after that, we went back to redo the election, and this time we won. You know, this time we won, and the bad part, you know, I felt sorry for these guys. You know, the kids. You know. They go in this neighborhood, you know, in Hollywood with the freaking potheads. The schools are not that far, and these guys are peddling crap in there. The entire house, it looks like a freaking jail cell.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my kid is complaining too much about little stuff. You know why, guys? What if we go and visit these people that I know, and let's go and get them. Let's go and have a barbecue at their house. I say, why, Dad? It's because you are complaining all the time that somebody's doing something. So I want you to see what the reality is, living in a good home,
Yes.
than be here, and yet they make it, But they said not speaking English and all that. It took. I'm sure it did take a toll, and that's another word I want to hear. The desperation or something. It all accumulates. How are we going to do it next time, And these people here, they think. They said no. The first thing they do is they get hurt. They go to the hospitals that they don't charge anything. They take care of him. He says, so all of you Latinos are plundering the fund. He said, and how do you do that? Because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So kill it up and then move on. I see that it's not going to go anywhere. This one guy. Freaking anti-unions and Republican, redneck, and they were doing with Katrina. They went both the wife and him. They went out help out there, but his demeanor when he gets back, I'm out. But anyhow, he went to a place here in Baja, Loreto. And something happened out there. Can't remember. No, it's not going to come out. But then we settled the contract, and then we did it all that. And I have, I still have. One a business pass, BP 3s. I had a whole box. They give me. I asked him. I said, "See, I don't have to call you all the time. That the girl in Chicago." And then they met him to me. He said, "Why don't you just ask if she wants to give me 5 at a time or 10 at a time, whatever she wants to do, so I don't have to get her out of work." She did that, and very very nice lady. And when I came out there, the secretary of the district, and I came in with a basket of fruit, and the lady that helped me out getting the tickets. I got her a little gift, the Madame was it Lady Godiva, and chocolate.
Nice. A lady always likes chocolate. Gotta go there.
Oh, she sent me a nice thank you letter.
Nice. So you mentioned that you did get married and had kids. And how old are your kids now?
My daughter is 22, and my son is 21. They were born same day, April the 18th, 2 years apart.
Really?
I tell her, say, who was sleeping on my side?
And what do they do? Are they working now?
Yeah, she's deputy sheriff.
Oh.
And my daughter, I'm glad that she was the first one, The brains are quicker than the little shit.
That's good. So you're proud of them.
We got into a era where I think the relationship is flourishing a little more than one-on-one, But I have a very bad character, I will not. I will forgive, but I will not forget. That's my form.
That's you? Yeah.
Make it short so you don't write a speech or anything. No, I am not a Catholic or religious parent, but I haven't found anything that fills the void. And in Mexico, I was baptized, and the other one that the kind of hold your breath underwater.
Underwater.
Yeah. So it's three Irish and one. What is it? She's from October or November, somewhere out that way. But she's. You can say that I robbed the cradle.
Did you?
I'm 13 years her senior.
It's okay. Where did you meet her?
This school.
At this school?
Yeah, the attention.
Oh, did you really?
No, there was. Are you familiar with the area, the Southern Cal?
With the what?
The area of Southern Cal, and Redondo Beach and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's whatever we met. She's from Spokane, and her best friend in school in Spokane, they went together, and then the girl, she was very good to designing dresses.
Mm-hmm.
So they got off real good. They sent her to Milan, to the new stuff that is coming up before the next year and all that. Yeah.
Really?
And Arlene is the thing. She came and visited. I'm going to come back, and this is great. So here's the dummy that show up to this bar. No, Fridays, we went out and we dated for quite a bit. That one of the first ladies that I brought home to mom. That I limited to two. But but we were trolling.
You soon bring them home.
No, it was a restaurant bar,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a sister bar that's over in San Pedro. But anyhow, where were we? We were playing backgammon, and then she comes in and looks at me, walk the other way, But then I'm out there making eyes, so she finally says, "Yeah, let's go and dance." Okay. He said, "What about the next one?" So, let's play here in Rat. One while. It's okay. And then we married in '81,
Mm-hmm.
and the first kid next year, the following year,
Mm-hmm.
she was Cara Cherie, and Matthew Anthony. That's my boy.
Yeah.
But it was like I said, with Cara, she is very strong-willed.
Mm-hmm.
She goes out with a date, and they becoming an issue, and all of a sudden, boom, they're all over the place. She said, "Well, what happened? I don't want to hear that name again. Please." Of course, dear. Of course, dear. But I like that, because she takes care of herself.
Yes, that's good. So you raised
And
a
Matthew,
good
that shit. When they were about this series, Matthew said, "Yes, Dad. If you see there was one little guy that walked around the neighborhood. If you see this guy, if you've seen this, yeah. What? What about that? If he ever comes and knocks on the door and calls your sister, you beat the shit out of him right then and there."
That's what you tell them. So I
Oh,
guess
really?
you can come by.
Oh, really? That's the better. I'm gonna.
So what does he do now? Does he work?
Who? Matthew?
Your son, yes.
Yeah, no, he's a deputy sheriff.
Oh, he's the deputy
Yeah.
sheriff. And your daughter, what does she do?
She used to work for a fabric, a farm, not a farm, shoemakers up in Palos Verdes. They have, and that's all they do, women's shoes.
Make shoes.
It's probably two of these things this size.
Mm-hmm.
They're down there. They have so much shoe these guys sell, and then 2 expos a year. And then that's why I kind of get on her ass once in a while. Say, how come that when you left here you had 6 pair of shoes? Now you're back, you got seven pairs. Oh, Dad, the prices was right. I know it's about heck, you got the freaking closet full of shoes.
Yes. So does
And
she
my
make
wife-
them or design them?
Pardon?
Does she make the shoes or design them?
What?
The shoes.
No, they do the whole thing, making and ship it out and all that stuff.
So what part does she do?
Sending the stuff around and filling up the orders and all that. And they make a good shoe. They
Are they union there? At her?
no, I don't think so. No, That was the first thing I asked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when the kids were born, she picks up Cara, uncovers it. What is this? Hey, come here. What? Where's the I am logo here on her ass? This is not my kid, Where is the eagle like here? Matthew, the same way. Where is the the motto of? What do you mean? He's a union member. He's an IAM member. So where is the stuff in there?
So is your son in a union? Does the
No,
deputy sheriff have a police union or anything?
This company is making money, and they bring in more people, more educated, and because of that, they had to pay more and quite a bit more. So all of these fun 5 or 6 or 10 people that don't get they haven't gotten a raise in 4 years. Are out here and this they're making $100,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they could get organized?
No, because we haven't tried it. But I don't think they would. But then, if you don't ask, you don't know what exactly.
Right.
So
Especially
I will.
if
I
they've
will
waited
make
4
it. That's a good
years.
point. Because I'm still helping out with if there's any organizing drive. We did United. We went on 5 times. We won on the 5th. The 5th time is that was it. And we went. And then I was with one of my guys that he's an organizer for the camp for the Grand Lodge, and we became friends and we worked together on that campaign. We traveled the southern LA and parts of North San Diego, and then on east of the 405.
Yeah.
We did a lot of that stuff in there, and then the guy says, what else?
Did you enjoy the traveling?
Pardon?
Did you enjoy the traveling when you were?
Not anymore, because I've done that in 71 and then in 73 when I went to Europe, and it was fun for the body and the mind and all that, because I went directly from here to JFK, and from JFK Alitalia to Rome, and from Rome to Spain. I studied that long and come back, and I got situated in a hotel halfway between the city and the airport. It used to be the Hilton Cavalieri. I was out there for a week. So where are you going now? I'm gonna go to Portugal. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Nice.
And the thing was, then in the 70s they divided the countries, and for $125 you go and visit almost everything. If something else is gonna be a little more expensive, but I went on that premise, that I got passes up the and then the following year, then Greece. I've forgotten about that, and I went up there, and I like the old history of the Greeks. I got I had so many books on ¿Cómo se llama?
On Greece?
Greece. How do I forget the Greece? They call us Greece. No, but it was fun and going. The cradle of the democracy. The Romans had some, but it wasn't anything compared to Greece, in the islands, and the feat that the 300 Spartans beat the crap out of the oppressors that were on the beach trying to get in, and you couldn't do it until they built a horse.
That's right. figured it out.
Yeah.
Have you attended any classes here at the Whippensinger?
Pardon?
Did you attend any classes here at the Whippensinger? Union classes while you were part of United?
This is the longest I've been here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got whenever there's something to do, they call me. The boss. I tell them, guys, I say, don't bother with the ticket agents. Don't bother with anything else. What do you want me done? You want me to go to start a strike or a picket, or do you want me to do something else? You just call me, because somebody helped me. An old guy helped me to get to where I got at the expense of his well-being. You know, let's recognize what's right and what's wrong. You know? So I tell him, I got to go back to in October. We have the final chapter for the thing we're doing with the seniors. We're going to do we already had 3 meetings. I missed one last year, so I'm going to have to go and make up for that. And then from then on, I got to go and take a test to be certified. We're using the template that we use for the active employees. You know, the assisted whatever. But I missed that one class I had to go, and then go and get a license, and mainly it's going to be centered on the elderly people we have, and so we are going to we have the lodge that gave us an office. We got computers and all that, but we're still working around trying which way we're going to approach it. You know, because it's normally we just go and start handing out the leaflets and all that stuff, but this is already there. You know, so we had to do something different, and we tell them, if you need to travel, let us know. We'll come. If you want to, if you're movable, stay at home. Just give me all the info on the phone, you know. But we'll take care of your flying in and out. If there's any contingencies, we'll call myself, and we'll take care of that. And if you live far, whatever you need, you know, if you need what these guys are doing, and I don't know where. But they all of a sudden they retired and started drinking alcohol again, and doing drugs. I didn't much mind the wine, you know. But even though wine is wine, and it has 12%. That's the only thing I like about it. You get knocked off so fast.
So you're doing that all as a retiree now
Yeah, we make the meetings. If I'm in town, I make the meetings.
To the regular meeting.
And we do a dinner dance at the end of the year. The first, our meetings, the second Tuesday of the month is the seniors meeting, and it's all potluck, you know. And
do you have a good turnout for that?
Yeah, some days, if we get 15, 20, that's okay, you know. But normally, if we have something in hand that we need them to go and vote, you know, they can.
They do.
If they're available to walk, you know. Because about 2 or 3 are wheelchairs, and they're not well. It's not right for them to, you know. Stay home. We'll mail you everything.
Yeah, that's.
You fill it up and then give it to somebody to take it for you, or mail it on the bread.
So you're keeping very busy then with retirees and keeping in your community, and with this project that you're doing with the history of the local and the history of the IAM. What do you guys hope to get from that? What's your plan?
We're going to have to find them and thank him for where we got. It's late, but it's never too late for that. No, you know, hopefully, it took me a few years, not a few years, but my wife likes to do. Anytime we used to go to conventions in Honolulu, she would write her name first. And nobody, just one line, cut it off, and she's taking after me bad habits, you know. No, she likes to do that, and doesn't give me anything to make her think that I'm screwing around. She says, listen, why do you think I turned 70 now? This month, I say, I'm 70. You think I turned 70 because I was careless or because I knew and I knew better, and that's it, I mean, once you get hit, then sometimes it's better to shoot you so you don't go through the pain. Little road. Oh, but I enjoy that, I enjoy it. And she knows, they call the widows of the last convention when I took retirement,
Yes. Will you be attending the retirees conference in Las Vegas?
Yes, definitely, yes.
Oh, that's good.
No, I like to see, but I like to see more involvement. We can do a bingo night. We have the space. We have that, and get the silliness out of home. Because how long can you take picture? Be watching movies.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point. You can get them out, get them busy, and.
Yeah, it's. But I love it. I didn't mind doing that. I wish I would have stayed now. I said, no, I needed to learn the ropes. Somebody has to keep track of the history, and these people that are there, they're not doing much of writing minutes, so I can get, no, I think that was the first thing they threw out, but normally I would get all the mail that we get normally every month, and then I go out there to the lodge, and then we'll start separating the mail, everybody's mail, and after that, take a look at what we need to do here. What are we going to eat dinner, or what's it going to be, and we do not serve alcohol at all. When the law passed that last served, he gets the hatchet.
That's good. You stay pretty active. Is there anything else you can think of that I may have forgotten to ask you that you want to share?
No, you know what? It's funny, we took the ideas and that ideas of my dad, they were to a point, but and trying to move what we have right now with us and the new retirees, and see what happens. And we have to take people to the entities to take care. They're taking care for them and all that. I said, I don't want to go to an orphanage or anything with these guys. If they're gonna go natural courses, that's fine. But situation will arise where you can't, or you don't want to do that, or you shouldn't do that. But I got me. I said cremation, because once I'm gone, you guys aren't gonna come and visit me. And if you do that, I'm gonna go, see, I told you. Or drop my pants, I'm gonna moon you. Oh, you missed a lot of fights. The last times that we went to Honolulu, what the trademark is we go to any convention, and they took us to the Hawaiian Village, and saw the show up there. And on the way back on the buses, one side of the we're driving by very slow, and George Scorpius was out there. But that was the standard, we do it. Who's gonna do it now? Everybody. the George's wife, what are they doing?
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness.
We told the guys to drove very slow.
Yeah, go slow. Oh, my gosh.
So life is a threat, so get the best out of it. Get the best. So not. I don't think one is an. I lost the. No, you have to start more people involved in it. But we got too many egoistic persons, that don't want to say, "Well, I'll live out there." But one day, wait, it's not gonna kill you.
Yeah.
We're gonna feed you. said, Lasimak, we cannot give you food, because not food but liquor,
Yeah.
because I don't want the lodge liable for it.
Have them go home.
Yeah.
How do you get your members motivated to help you?
When there is a lot of controversy between the two groups,
Which two groups?
the rampant stores and public contact employees,
Okay.
with United only.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of I'm taking care of the USA, not USA, but ours and USA, and then the rest of the guys do their own meetings and all that stuff. So for this guy, he gained quite a bit, because there are not many more people that are going to be helping out, and right now there is a need for more people, but right now we're having on a little bit of a no problem, my mom has Alzheimer's, so that's what they want. One thing that my father says, it's whatever you do, don't let him put it in asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go near the flames, because no, he says, what do you think they're gonna do to your mother? You see how it is right now, and they got medications. What do you think they're gonna do with there? They're gonna drug her, and she's not even know what.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. One step at a time, But I still believe we will survive. Very hard.
It sounds like you're doing good things and doing good things in your community.
Pardon?
You're doing good things in your community, and that's good.
No, see, we're in touch with the fire department and the police department, and anytime we need something, gonna say, yeah, we're gonna have something. So there's a couple of places in there behind the local. There's some people living. It's a little complex, and then there's a school for. Egyptians, Aryans, whatever. It's a school they do right next door to the lodge, down the street from the lodge, And so far there hasn't been any problem. There's still some good people there. They're not wackos,
Yeah, that's good. So, anything else? Any last words?
Let's see what.
I guess not. I guess I've got you to say everything. I think a good thing, though, is since you do have such already kind of a rapport with the retirees and that in your neighborhood, if you do have some in your local, that you can go out and record them as we've done today, because when you just sit and talk, it gets pretty easy.
I told him when the new people came in, he says, don't be afraid. You're gonna be sometimes that you're not gonna wish that you didn't take the job,
Yeah.
He said, but nevertheless, I'm here. I'll help you out, and I'm not begging you to give me the job. Of course, remember that. If you feel that you need me, you call me, and then I'll come out, because I can read minds, And mine is only a little green bean thing in the back. See, if I go like that, I can hear it going.
No, it'd be a frijoli negro.
I love those,
See.
There's what do you go for food? Spain. Puerto Rican, Cuban, or whatever.
Oh, there's a couple places in town.
No, we used to go on Manhattan Beach.
Oh.
That's one on one of the avenues. And then who else? There was another guy but I can't think of him.
I love Cuban food.
No, see, that's the first thing I told her is that we don't have problems, with anything. It's just we get out of out of synchronicity, and it does happen, But anytime, whenever we fight, it is a yellow. See who does the longest and the farthest and all that,
Really?
Then the next morning, like nothing. Say, okay, bye. It's you're not gonna kiss me. I don't even shake hands with you. What you talking about? Well, I think that's about it, But I've always, there has never a time that I refuse. I help somebody out that needs to be helpful, and even with that the ERA too. If the guy is not there and we need something, we're there. It's very similar. Once it gets in place, we're gonna have enough people manning each city. See, we got 3 guys here, and then there's 2 more down up north, and there's gonna be that way, unless it's a small station, you probably would only get to see one guy. But ideally, we need 2. Period. If more requires more, that's fine too. You can't refuse help at all.
Right. That's fantastic.
But it's just get it together and get whatever you do. Don't act stupid, because you don't get it. Or I will not fight you, but unless that one time that we beat the opposite team, and this guy was a U.S. Air guy and his running mate from either South one of them airlines, but they do again. No. Okay, that's enough.
You lost it. It was the one guy from U.S. Airways that was running, and either someone from Southwest or Alaska. One of those. Or no?
I know. I need to see him because I got involved with that guys organizing on that with them guys. And the same thing with the ladies and they think it's one thing, they deny this, and this is this is the international where you print out something where this is the way you're going to do an election, this is the way you're going to count ballots, this is and I don't want to hear complaints about it, but there will always be one person that doesn't like everybody else, it's just one individual. He said, Jesus Christ, man, what the heck,
Did you see the most recent United contract that's come through? Have you seen that?
Money.
Yeah.
They didn't need the money though.
No.
See, with if I got some of the stuff, it's like I kept most of it. I have a cabinet, and I got all the things that transpires on our conventions, and all this stuff, So I got that all until I left office, And I don't know what happened after that. For a while, there wasn't anything.
Oh.
And he said, "You don't miss the." And they don't mean that. He said, "You don't miss the record of that. We are right in the history of the local lodge. So there's 2 differences there. If you're gonna be a jerk, be a jerk, but don't involve me wasting my time going this shit,
Yeah.
No, I like to help out, and not that it's ego or I'm not on no trip, because I wouldn't have done nothing since the beginning of time, When Thor said, "Where's the will?" No, it's fun, It's you have to love the work, and see how far do you get on the scales, what you're learning, at what stage are you, and then take it. They go fine tune it. No, it's interesting, but like I said, these guys don't want to do anything. And it's just, you guys are so lazy that if you were on welfare, you wouldn't get up to go and cash the freaking check, you know.
That's true.
But it's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Oh, good.